There was when I was doing my research, there was this video that came up by Brene Brown. It was a YouTube video. You can go check it out. But basically, she broke it down. It's a cartoon. It's kind of, it's a short video. But basically, she breaks it down and on the difference between sympathy and empathy. In her words, she says that empathy fuels connection, while sympathy creates disconnection. Empathy has four key parts in it: perspective taking, staying out of judgment, recognizing emotion in someone else, and then communicating that back. The difference is simple. Sympathy looks down on sympathy looks down into someone's pain from above, like, that's tough. Do you want a sandwich? But empathy climbs down into the hole with them. And, she has all this, like, on the video, like the person literally climbs down in the hole and there's another person or animal, whatever. But anyways, but empathy climbs down into the hole with them and says, I'm here with you. And that takes vulnerability because it means connecting to something in yourself that knows that same feeling. And the other thing she mentions was that most of the time empathy doesn't start with at least. And I'm sure we've all experienced this at some point. It's like you say somebody's upset that they got pregnant. They didn't want to be pregnant. It's like, well, at least you can get pregnant. And somebody's complaining about their marriage is not going well. Well, at least you're married. And it's like, or my favorite, I hate my job. Well, at least you have a job, and it's, and ultimately she kind of concludes that those types of responses, like, don't really help, right? They, in a lot of ways, they actually you're minimizing the person's feelings by saying, oh, it could be worse. It's kind of the same way of us saying at least. It's like, well, it could be worse. Yeah, obviously it could be worse. I could be dead, but, like, this is where I'm at now, and this is how I feel about this. And you telling me that, well, it could be worse is not helping. And, it just, I guess in the conclusion of that is empathy doesn't really necessarily solve the problem, but it makes that person or people feel less alone. It's more about connection, which is why, like I also said, sympathy and empathy are both important. We need both of them. I'm not victimizing or villainizing either one of them.
Right.
But once again, because this provocateur, this statement is going around, it just kind of had me thinking, like, like, your empathy is important.
Yeah, it shouldn't be dismissed.
It shouldn't be dismissed, which is kind of why I wanted to really just talk about this in general, is because I feel like the dismissal of it is the part that I took issue with. Obviously, sympathy is important too.
Yeah.
But
yeah, well, I would take issue with saying that, empathy is a made up term, or if it's not important.